Hi, I'm Jill with Mobile Public Library, and I am back again for another movie review recommendation for our Watch, Eat, Repeat series. And today I want to recommend to you Star Trek, The Voyage Home. It's on Hoopla, as well as most of the other Star Trek movies, so, this is a great time for a Star Trek marathon. The Voyage Home is also kind of known as the best Star Trek movie and the one with the whales. So, you may know it under those other descriptors. And it is, I think it really is the best Star Trek movie. And it usually tops all those polls as far as like what's the best Star Trek movie. The Voyage Home is usually #1. And of course, the whole plot of it, if you're not familiar, is there are aliens who come to communicate with whales, except for the whales are extinct. So they travel back in time. Kirk and Spock and the whole Starship Enterprise crew travel back in time to go get some whales to bring back to the future so that they can communicate with the aliens and the aliens don't kill them all. And it is just as goofy as the premise sounds. I mean, it really is, but it's also delightful. I mean, the whole movie is quotable. I mean, it's like, don't forget where we parked. And then they have the scene with Spock on the subway and everybody, or maybe it's a bus, I think it was the subway, and everybody cheers. I mean, the whole thing's just delightful from beginning to end. Also, fun fact, the Kirk love interest in this movie ended up being the mom on Seventh Heaven, and she still had the exact same hair in Seventh Heaven, which is, very, very 80s. Anyway, if you've not seen it, which I don't know who hasn't seen that movie. It used to be on TV, like all the time, and every time it was on TV, I watched it. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. And if you have seen it, it's well worth a rewatch. I mean, I've watched it at least a dozen times. And then, let's see, while we're watching, of course, we have to eat something. And something I've been eating a lot of recently is ramen noodles. Because when I make ramen, I don't just make ramen, I always put some stuff in it. Put some fresh vegetables, maybe some, chicken or tofu or, something to give a little, extra nutrition. One tip I have is if you make ramen noodles and if you are okay with cabbage, which I actually like cabbage, get some purple cabbage and slice it up and you throw it into the water when you boil the noodles. It turns your ramen purple. I'll put a picture probably up here somewhere. It's just, makes it more fun to eat if it's purple. So check out the Star Trek movies on Hoopla, specifically The Voyage Home. It's the best Star Trek movie. And if you've not tried making fancy ramen, try making fancy ramen. It's way better than you think. It's like eating a real meal, but also has that delightful MSG junk food flavor. And so, see you next time. Bye-bye.